You guys have been wanting to know how I do so well on Mercari. One of the biggest tips I gave in this video is to relist your items. And by popular demand, today I'm going to be showing you how I relist items on both Mercari and Poshmark using literally one of the best reseller tools I've ever used, PrimeLister. So what's up guys, my name is Brittany, and if you're new here, I'm a part-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. Mercari has recently become a bigger platform in the reseller community. It at first was a little bit like, people were a little hesitant at first. I come from a very interesting reseller background. I actually started on Mercari like back in 2013 or 2014. It's been so long, but I've been on Mercari for the longest before I think resellers even really knew about it. And I consistently make amazing sales over there, especially once they became officially a reseller. And I can attribute that to one of my biggest tips that I've talked about in a previous video is relisting every day. If I can't list something new every day, then I am relisting. And honestly, that is one of the best things with Mercari, because if you don't touch an item, if you let an item go past like 60 or 90 days, I forget what it is, but you can't even search it anymore. Like, it's so hard to search unless you are updating it or relisting it or doing something with it. And a lot of people just forget about it. It goes to the wayside, it's hard to see. So one of my favorite things to do is relist items on Mercari, and that's how I make more sales over there. And honestly, people wanted to know how I do it. So that is what this video is today. I have a fabulous reseller tool called PrimeLister that I use. I'm gonna be showing you guys how I relist using that. What's great about it is I'm already going into Mercari and doing like my daily Mercari maintenance is what I call it. And then I'm able to go ahead and relist the items right then and there, which I love. So I'm getting relisting done in a matter of seconds versus, you know, upwards of 5 to 10 minutes per item, depending on what it is. So that is something that we will jump into in this video. I'm also gonna show you how I relist on Poshmark now as well, because Poshmark, although they do have a copy feature, it is a little finicky. If you try to use the copy feature on a listing that is less than 60 days old, then it won't get put to the just in category on your store, so it's not really seen as a new item. So it kind of defeats the purpose. So thankfully PrimeLister is something different and it does become a new listing. So that is what I'm also going to be showing you guys today as well. So before I get into it, let me just kind of give you a rundown of what PrimeLister is. So basically PrimeLister is a Chrome extension. So it just is used on your computer. You never have to input any of like your Mercari or Poshmark username or passwords because it works as a Chrome extension. You just download it, and then once you have it uploaded in different tabs, then it sees that and you're good to go. You don't have to put in any of your sensitive information, which I really like. But it allows for you to cross-list your items if you're looking for a cross-listing platform. You can organize your inventory there if you want to, or my favorite, you can relist your items like in a snap. It's like automatic relisting. I love it. They also have like sharing tools for your Poshmark closet. They also have like a bulk sending out offers on Poshmark that I've also really been loving. So with like their cross-listing, you can do it with just about everything now. You have like eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, and I believe they're working on a few more platforms to integrate into all of the tools that they offer. So basically PrimeLister is like the super all-in-one service for resellers where you can kind of pick and choose your plan based on your business, what you need help with. It's kind of like a built-in virtual assistant. So whatever you need help with in your business, they offer that. So they have a free 7-day trial where you don't have to put in any of your credit card information. You can just try it all out, see if you like it. I think the reason why they offer it for free for 7 days is because you are gonna like it and you're gonna wanna do a plan. So we'll talk about that here in a little bit. So without further ado, let me go ahead and jump over to a screen share and show you what it looks like. All right, so this is the home screen of PrimeLister. I'll of course have everything linked in the description below. So they offer a bunch of different products and they have a few different plans that we will get into. But you can cross-list like a super seller. You can cross-list all your items and grow your sales on different marketplaces. You can organize your inventory, relist and delist. all in one, like I was saying. But they have even more than that, so I think they're just trying to keep it short and sweet on the homepage. Like I was saying earlier, they have a 7-day free trial. You don't have to put any credit card information, and you can cancel it at any time. If you do eventually do a plan, you can cancel it at any time, I think is what they mean. I think they offer 7 days because you kind of get hooked and you really like it. Like I was saying, they have cross-listing available, so I'll quickly touch on that, but I'll save the best for last. The relisting is my favorite. So you can cross-list, you can get organized, drive your sales, stay up to date, and save time. Ultimately, that's what all these services are, is to help you save time, because a lot of us are, you know, one man, one women shows, like one person shows. You know, you're running a reselling business all by yourself. So any sort of service like this, like I am always excited to learn about and to try. I've been using them for months now, which has made my relisting life so much easier. But I'm always game to try these services because it is hard being one person. So anyways, you can use them as a cross-lister. You can manage all of those marketplaces in one place. You can cross-list, relist, and delist your listings on all of those different marketplaces as well. So if you're on the homepage, it'll show you quickly what they're talking about. So you can import your listings. So if you are predominantly on Poshmark, you can go and put in your URL, like copy and paste the URL, and it will automatically import that listing from like Poshmark into your inventory here, and then you can send it over to all of your platforms. Likewise, you can organize your inventory based on whatever you would like. People organize their inventory in different ways. You know, some people have a bin system, some people use racks. This is also like a virtual way of keeping up with your inventory. So, you know, that's all very dependent on your business. You can, of course, cross-list your items, which is really cool. So if you're only on Poshmark, you can get on your Poshmark, find the item. Maybe you forgot something once upon a time and you're like, I need to cross-list that item still. You can just go in here, click a little button, tell it to cross-post, and send it to Mercari, or send it to eBay, or send it to Etsy, whatever it may be. It's really nice, that little feature. And then my favorite is relisting and delisting. So this is actually a little bit different than how I relist, because I do it in what I call my Mercari maintenance. I go in and do my daily Mercari maintenance and my daily Poshmark maintenance now as well. And that is where I end up relisting my items. So I'll show you that here in a little bit when I'm done with showing you their homepage. Oh yeah, I forgot, you can also schedule to post later. That is another fun thing as well. You know, people always say it's better to list every day or relist every day. Well, maybe you only have one day available to work that week, but you want to get the benefits of everything going live that week. Well, you can schedule it. So you can schedule your postings to list later. Once you're done, you can set up, you know, to relist 10 items every day this entire week. So if you only have 5 hours to get some work done today, and that's all you're gonna have dedicated to reselling, then you can schedule it out for later. And that has been the best. I love it. So it kind of just is your own little personal built-in virtual assistant. So that's kind of like the overview. They of course have all of their reviews on here, and I know I'm not personally on any social media, but I know they have an Instagram and a Twitter as well, where they post any like new updates and stuff to it. And they also are really good with their emails, letting you know what kind of stuff is up to date. They also have a blog and knowledge base. You can also contact them directly. If you have a suggestion that you want to see built into their service, then they are open to suggestions and will actively, this is how they've gotten to where they are now, is like they've asked for questions from the actual reseller community. How can we be better? And they've implemented that. They've made it a part of their service. So I really, really like that. I love having the good communication between the consumer and the service provider. All right, so going back up. So like I was saying earlier, I personally use them to relist. So if you go into their pricing and go to the cross-listing section, this is where you can see the plan that I have. So for my business, and this is what I like about PrimeLister, is like you can tailor your plan to what you need for like all the different services, because they provide a lot, which is awesome. But for me, like I really love them for relisting, so I use their basic plan. You know, if you do it monthly, it's $29.99 per month, or if you buy it annually, it's $20.83 per month, and you can change that at any time. I think I paid for like a few months up front, like at the $30 per month, and then I just went ahead and did the annual once I knew I was like, okay, I want them. We'll just keep it on the monthly. So basic is $29.99 per month. If you do want to do a month and you want 30% off of that month, then I also have a link, I think the link in the description. Yeah, it'll get you 30% off of that first month if you want to try that out or another plan. But the basic plan, pretty much just gets you squared away with all of your relisting needs, which I have them for. I have a VA that helps me with my listing and stuff right now, just because I am very particular, like with my titles and the way that things are getting listed. But for relisting, my VA doesn't have access to Mercari because she lives in the Philippines, and that's a lot of people, I've come to learn that's a lot of people's issue, is like they can get a lot of help with Poshmark or eBay, but they don't have any help with Mercari. So this is like my biggest like Mercari secret is PrimeLister. Like it's really helping me with my Mercari relisting game, which is honestly one of the biggest things to help you make sales on Mercari. The listing tasks, scheduling out your tasks, like I was saying earlier, if you only have 5 hours that week to dedicate to reselling, you can use those 5 hours wisely and schedule out your relistings for the week, or your listings or cross listings or whatever it may be. So the cross listing is not included in the basic plan, but it is for the pro plan. So the pro plan on a month-to-month basis is $50 a month, but you have unlimited access to everything. Like there's no like cap on how many listings, on how many cross listings you can do per month, or how many relistings. And the same thing with the pro, like there's not a cap on it. And then annually you could save 30%, so then it would be $33 per month instead of $50 per month. So if that's something you're looking at, that's like a whole heap of savings. You know, I'm a big advocate for saving money where you can, so definitely look into that after maybe your free week trial, and then you do a month or something, and you're like, hey, I really like this, do the annual plan. You'll save yourself a lot of money. So like down here they have some FAQs. Yeah, so it is free. They do provide a 7-day free trial on all of their software. The basic plan, like I was saying, for simple stuff, like I love it for relisting, and then the pro plan is like everything included except for their help with like the Poshmark sharing and like their bulk sending offers. So I have tried this and I love their sending the bulk offer feature, because I don't understand why Poshmark doesn't already do this, or like why they don't allow you to have sales, like a whole closet wide sale. I don't really understand that. But this is nice because you can send like a whole bulk offer to people, and I'll show you how to do that. So that one's $19.99 per month. It helps with sharing if you want to share it to your followers, to parties, reverse sharing, auto following. I don't do all of that, but I did like to send the bulk offer. Literally anything you could need is here, but it's just nice that you can kind of like, oh, if you're only on Poshmark, you could use this. Or if you're like me and you need a lot of help on Mercari, you could use the basic plan. But the auto relist works for all of the platforms, not just Mercari. So yeah, so I've been using them for a few months now. I did my free week trial and I got hooked, of course, and now I use them all the time, and it makes relisting a breeze. Before I show you how I use it all, you know, their free 7-day trial is amazing. You have access to all of the tools that they offer, and like I said, there's no credit card required, so there's no like financial risk up front. You can just give it a go and try everything, which I really like. And yeah, and then you can pick one of those plans if you want, and then I'll have a link in the description to, if you do the month basis, you'll be able to save 30% on that. So I'm gonna show you how I incorporate this tool into my daily Mercari maintenance, or Poshmark maintenance, whatever you wanna call it. So let me show you how I do that. So it is just a Chrome extension. Once you get your free trial set up, it will take you to this page, and then you'll be able to figure out how to do all of the installing of the PrimeLister extension. It's actually quite easy. Click this button right here. I already have it downloaded, so it's not gonna work. Here it would say add to Chrome, but since it's already on here, it says remove from Chrome, but I'm not gonna remove it. So it's already on there, so I already added it to Chrome. And that is why I'm in Mercari, and you can see this little PL down here is because the extension is on my Chrome. But sometimes they do have updates, so you need to click there to update the extension. And I definitely recommend doing that. A newer version is available. Do you want to update it? And I say yes. It needs to update just to whatever updates they've done on the tech side of everything. You definitely want to make sure you're up to par with that. So, all right, so now I have my PrimeLister down here. So I'm just going to show you how I actually use it. I go into my listings. And so all these latest items have been relisted. These are super old, so like all the pictures aren't the best, or they're not in sync. But typically I'll just go in here and look at my recent items, see if there's any likes, and I will go and do my daily Mercari maintenance of sending offers to likers. So you just have to go in here, and I recently sent an offer, so I can't do anything on that one. But let's see, this one, let's try $35. it'll tell you it needs to be 34. So I'm gonna do that. So as I go through here and I'm sending offers to likers or I'm promoting an item and I come across an item that I don't wanna lower the price anymore, or I can't promote it any lower, then that is when I will relist an item. So something like these. So these jeans have 4 likers on it. I kind of don't wanna sell them for anything less than $10, but it's making me do my offer as $9. So I could promote it, but for the sake of this video, let's just say I wanted to relist it. I want to relist it starting at $15. So I'm just gonna go in here and just update my price. So let's say $14. All right, update that. All right, and then I can just click this little box, and then up here it'll let you know the type of actions that you can do on it. So I'll click that, and I'm just gonna say relist. And I'm gonna say yes, relist it right now. So then it gets added to my queue, which is in this little bubble, and I'll show you the tasks that are active. So it's currently opening up another tab, and then it's more or less just copying and pasting what I already have. So that's why if you want to change the price, you'll just have to go in there and add in the price, and it'll just work on relisting it while I continue sending offers to likers. So I'm just gonna keep sending offers to likers. And then if I come across another item that I would like to relist, then I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on some of these items to get them relisted because I need to get them sold. So we'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just do those 5 items, and then I'll click relist up here again. Yes, relist now, and they'll automatically get added to the queue. And I currently have my settings to where it's from 30 seconds to 3 minutes apart, just so it's not like all right on top of one another. And it will just automatically relist. So I can just keep doing my thing and it'll relist for me. Just make sure that if you want to change any of the prices, you need to do that before sending it through the relisting feature. I also forgot to mention another big way that I do my relisting is sorting by the oldest. So I'll come up here, click oldest, and then I will see the items that haven't been touched in a few months. So you see some of these haven't been touched since November. So I'm gonna come up here and select all these 20 items, and I'm gonna go ahead and import them actually into PrimeLister's inventory, just to show you guys that you can also relist from there. And I do enjoy working in their inventory sometimes because you kind of get a different vantage point of all the different options that you can use in there. So while those are importing, you can come and see down here in the queue that I opened up that all these items are slowly going to be going over to the PrimeLister inventory down here in the bottom left. And I just kind of sped it up a little bit since there were 20 items, just so we weren't waiting here for a while. All right, and once those are all imported, you can go back to the PrimeLister inventory tab, refresh, and all those 20 items are now in my inventory, which is also where you can relist. You can edit your listings, you can update the price, you can add tags, you can duplicate the items. So here, I'm just gonna quickly select them all, and we're going to end up relisting them from the inventory. So click relist here, and click the bubble for Mercari, click relist to Mercari, and execute. So that automatically starts to relist in the background. It'll automatically pull up the tab and go through the items that you sent to relist to Mercari, and it'll start working for you. So I usually have this going on every day. So like I've said before, if I am not listing every day, then I'm relisting every day, and this is one of the ways that I do it. All right, so success. All of those are now in my queue, and those will be put on Mercari between every 30 seconds and 3 minutes apart. So now I can sort by the newest first, and you can see that first item is already been sent to one of my newest items or one of my latest listings. So since I'm in here, I'm just gonna go ahead and select a few of these recent items that are new. I'm gonna duplicate them because I have multiple quantities, and Mercari actually doesn't have a way for you to have multiple quantity listings. So I'm just gonna go ahead and duplicate them because I have a lot. So those will go ahead and be put at the bottom of my queue, as you can see right there. So while that is doing its thing, you can refresh and see as the items are completed. You can go over to complete, and you can see the finalized list. So this item was highlighted in yellow. that there was an error. So you can come up to the PrimeLister home screen and go to tasks and find the errors. And you can click the I button and it'll pull it up on the platform and you can edit whatever needs to be edited. I knew they kind of sent an email with it too. So I got an email saying that the category needed to be updated, but you can also view it from the task screen. So I just went ahead and updated the few things that I needed to update because this listing was so old. And I went ahead and updated that. Now I can just go back to my inventory, find the item, and then send it to be relisted from the PrimeLister inventory screen as well, just like I did, and boom, now it's added to the end of my queue. Now let's say that I am only working today and I only have 5 hours today. I want to be able to relist items, 3 days from now. I'm gonna go ahead and schedule out some relistings. So let me go to some older ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so once I find those 10, and let's just say I don't want to relist them right now, I would like them relisted tomorrow, then I can go up here, you'll click relist still, but you're gonna say schedule the task. And so I'm gonna say I want it for tomorrow, the 9th, let's say 6 p.m. Is when I want them to start going live. So they'll be like brand new listings right at 6, which, anytime after business hours are really good times. Or Sundays. Sundays are really good as well to like list stuff. So you can just pick the days, like based on your experience with your closet, whichever days items seem to do the best being listed, you can schedule that out. So I'm just gonna schedule it for Friday the 9th at 6 p.m. and it'll just show up in my scheduled queue, and it'll go ahead and start relisting it at that time. So you just want to make sure your screen is up and available to be scheduled at that time. Just leave it up in the background and it will know what to do. And then going to Poshmark. So now that we're in the Poshmark closet, I sorted by just in and available items. So now I can go in here and relist items similarly to Mercari. So let's see, which items would I like to relist? I'm gonna start roughly here. So once you get in your Poshmark closet, just like Mercari, you just go in here and you click your boxes for the items that you want relisted. Let's just say we want to do these 8. I'm gonna go in here and click relist, and I just want to go ahead and get this relisted right now. So I'm gonna click yes, relist right now, and it'll automatically get added to your queue. So that is already ready to go. And then let's just say I want to have 8 more scheduled out for tomorrow. And then we'll just go ahead, click those and schedule out the task. And it's literally that easy. So when I'm just going through my closet and I'm reviewing my inventory, checking prices, increasing prices, sending offers to likers, basically when I'm going in there and just doing my daily tasks already, if I see something that needs to be relisted or brought back to life per se, if you have really stale old listings, then I will make sure to go in there and do that. I'll just click those boxes, relist the items, or schedule them out for a later date so that way I'm still active. I will do that too. So it really has been a blessing for my reselling business. So yeah, that is how I use PrimeLister to relist items. It goes really quick. It's super easy to use. You can just click your little buttons and relist it right now and it'll go in your queue. You can of course change your settings for how far apart you want them to go to be listed. You can schedule them for later today, you can schedule them for tomorrow or 3 or 4 days from now. It doesn't really matter, but basically it's like a little built-in virtual assistant that you just tell it what to do and it does it, and it helps you to make more sales. So this has been like my secret for getting a lot of my old items to move. So I've been wanting to go ahead and relist a bunch of my older items because I'm tired of seeing a lot of stuff, to be honest, and I really just want to clear out a lot of older inventory before I'm bringing in a whole bunch of new stuff. So yeah, PrimeLister has been, well, it's the best relisting tool that I've found. Love their customer service. I love how responsive they are, and I love how they listen to their customers to see what they need help with, how they could be better to better suit us, and they implement it like pretty quickly too. Thank you to PrimeLister for creating such an amazing service and having so many tools available for resellers depending on whatever their business may be and whatever they need for their business, they have it available for you. And also thank you to PrimeLister for sponsoring this video, because I have been loving their relisting tool and I was so happy that they were willing to work with me. So yeah, you guys, there is a 7-day free trial. I highly recommend it. Go and see if you need any assistance in your business. Don't forget, I will have all of their information linked in the description below, where you can go and get your 7-day free trial with PrimeLister to try out all of their services, to see what you like and see what's best for your business. But that is it, you guys. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and wishing you very many sales in the near future, and I will catch you in my next video. All right, bye.